Hello and welcome to Penny for a Tale. Tonight we are running episode 37 of our Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. This is the Age of Ashes adventure path. Before we get into sponsors for tonight's session, let us reintroduce our cast, starting with Sam.
Hey guys, I'm Sam. I play Aghi, the half-orc barbarian, and that's about it. I'm a good person.
Promise.
Promise.
Mr. Smith.
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I play Rune Ravenswood, the really smart wizard who doesn't cause problems at all.
Jen.
Hello, I'm Jen, and I am playing the Vespern, the Sea Elf Rogue, who is right about the nicest person you'll ever fucking know, and, will just stab anyone who says otherwise.
Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Sailix Lavendale, the Crestfallen Phoenix Thronebreaker, whatever you want to call him today, who is the kindest next-door neighboriest type boy you'll ever meet.
Mr. Rogers with wings.
Yes, exactly that. Got to do something about him. Tonight's session is brought to you by Smiteworks. They are the creators of Fantasy Grounds Unity, which we are using throughout this entire campaign. We've been using it from the start. If you're interested in using a virtual tabletop, I could not recommend it enough. Go to fantasygrounds.com for more information. We're also sponsored by The Only Sheet, which is an Excel-based character and party management tool for Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition, as well as multiple editions of Dungeons & Dragons. And our music tonight is Michael Gelfi and Rock Narden. Michael Gelfi does the ambient tracks, and then Rock Narden, of course, plays our epic tunes. You can find links to their music in the show notes. But let's get into tonight's game. So we left off with roughly, I want to say, a day and a half of time for the party to think about things. You talked, you planned a little bit, and then you went your separate ways. But Sailix, what are you doing right now?
Sleeping in Rune's bed.
So you haven't left the Breach Hill archives much, is what you're telling me?
The way we took it was I drank a little too much, and it was a little too cold to leave, so he just slept there.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Sailix, you awaken in the basement of the Breach Hill archives. Rune, why don't you describe what it looks like?
Oh, the basement of the Breach Hill Archives. It's a cellar of medieval make, really. Stone walls, in the relative shape of the actual archives upstairs. The entrance is at the lower right, or the southern end of the building. It's a bit of a corridor, leads into a kitchen area. Right next to that is a fire with a pair of chairs and a bed, which is where Sailix will find himself. Bed is rarely used because Rune doesn't sleep, thanks to magic. And then beyond that is his wizard laboratory, which is as much a wizard laboratory as any. A couple of arcane circles on either side. 3 tables, one of which clearly focused on potions. The center one is his main research table. There's a few bookshelves. And the left side is an accoutrement of spellbooks and scrolls. The entire area is lit by magic in some sense. Yeah, that's it. And there's, that's not it. There's a host of unseen servants that basically will clean the place and offer drinks and even cook up some food periodically.
Yeah, and you see these servants stirring about, Sailix, as you wake up. Your head hurts a bit, but other than that, you're fine. What do you want to do?
I guess if Brune's not there or anything, he'll brave the cold outside.
Right. Rune, are you on the main level as he
Yeah,
makes his way
Rune
up?
would be upstairs on the main archive level.
All right. Sailix, anything you want to say to him?
Go inside to wake up, eh?
Oh yeah, it's the last time I decided to drink magical whiskey with you.
There's nothing magical about the whiskey. It's just whiskey.
Oh well, that makes my pride hurt even more. So
I am the place.
yeah. What did we decide on? I remember we were poring over some blueprints and
So, well, the main request for the Citadel, it's going to take a bit of time. The amount of enchantment I would have to do on the foundation underneath in order to support the weight of a flying Citadel is, well, it's a bit hard for me to fathom at this point, but fairly certain I can do it.
right.
As for the floating rocks that you want around the Citadel, I can really just, if you're just looking for looks, I can just make illusions.
I mean, if you think of it kind of tactically, then it would prevent or at least deter people from dropping in out of the sky on top of us.
Well, we would need, not, I'm not sure how you think it would work that way. It's not like the stones would be super fast. I mean, those are heavy stones, hollowed out or not.
Right, but I'm just saying that they would at least have to funnel into an area that the stones are not blocking. So it
I-
would leave us able
Wait,
to.
how many stones were you thinking about?
Oh, I don't know. I proposed the question. You gave the answer. But
At any rate, Leviathan, however, that's a different. That'll take a bit more time, but I have some ideas. I'll let you know.
look forward to hearing it. Have you seen anybody else?
Have you seen
Uh,
anybody else?
Well, I saw the Vesperin the other day. Not too long before you decided to show up. Really, it's been a lot of drinking yesterday. Really, to be fair.
Mm.
Did you? Are you wearing makeup?
Say, am I wearing makeup?
Yeah. There's something on your face.
Or
That
my scars?
no. Like normally, have I a different preference? I would say your skin is glistening, but it's really just sparkling, and I'm trying to figure out why. It's a bit of a green light too.
Okay. That's.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
You hear someone trying not to laugh.
This is a lover's prank thing, isn't it?
Lovers. That's the furthest thing from that.
Oh, this is a daughter prank. Oh, that's even better. That's fair. You know, it's a really good sign that you'd actually come into my home to do that.
Don't
Either
you?
that or she just doesn't give a shit enough about me to even bother.
I
Don't
thought
you?
this
One
was
of the
just the
two.
archives.
Don't you have alarms or something?
Not to the Unforgotten.
Hmm.
It was really the Vesperin. I managed to catch the Vesperin the first time. After that, I didn't care so much. It really seems to
You
frustrate her.
caught me. Really?
I did. You talked to an illusion.
Of course.
And that's assuming that and she just like appears somewhere. Like probably just that inconspicuous shadow that you just ignored because it's not important at the time until it is. And so she just continues with just like, okay, so here's the thing. You don't think that I knew that you knew that I knew. And that I fucking knew? Huh?
Are you talking about the alarm spell?
Aye.
I mean, I
Well
still caught you.
noticed.
You
Sailix
caught
is-
me because I wanted you to catch me.
I mean, that makes you feel better. That's fine.
Yeah, because it's no fun to threaten somebody unless they're aware that you're there and, you know,
Sailix is going to
make-
like brush her face with his wing just to keep her quiet.
Augie's
Why?
looking at your face, just like, what is that?
Do you move closer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a perception check if you'd like.
What the fuck is going on with your face?
Oh, so it wasn't a
So-
joke. It is something weird.
I
notice-
want to look at it.
Yeah. Let's get some perception checks on this thing.
Not perceptive at all.
Shit. Okay, I'm not hitting anything.
It is depressing to see the master capitalized and then the 3.
Okay. Aghi, you notice it's something poking. It looks like a blemish, but it's green. And it catches your eye. It looks like a large flake from glitter, as far as you can tell.
She's gonna try and rub it off. She just like sticks her finger out. Licks
It
it.
hurts, Sailix. It's like poking a sore, or an ingrown hair being scratched.
The hell is wrong with you?
Aghi, it was quite sharp. You have a pinprick on your finger.
Are you growing spikes?
Yes, I'm growing
that
spikes. Because that is something I have the ability to do.
Your wings turn black.
We're gonna just walk over to Sailix and grab his face and take a closer look at it.
Yeah, make a perception check, dear wizard.
Sailix is staring at her and, you know, the last time our faces were this close.
You enjoyed the shit out of yourself, I know.
Well, here
This
I thought
Fred's
it
just
wasn't
like,
a one-sided
"Oh, wait."
affair.
You don't see anything Aghi doesn't. It's a little. I mean, it would look almost like a pimple, except it has a sharp point at the end.
Medicine and detect magic.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
I try and poke it again.
Yeah, the thing is rock hard, Aghi. For detect magic. It's not magical.
It's a great way to start the day, guys. Great
Can
way.
we use thievery to try to figure out how to remove it?
It's to steal it from his face.
Yes. I
To
think-
try to remove it.
Yeah.
There's a medicine check to see if we can figure anything out from there.
Oh, abyssal. That was
Good one.
abyssal as in bad, a bit not abyssal as in the abyss. I'm sorry. Yeah, Aghi, do you have the healer's gloves on you? Yeah, you managed to. Vesper, you notice, yeah, Aghi can wiggle it. Has isolated this little thing, and it catches your eye. There's a glint. It's like a gem almost wedged underneath the skin.
Pharasma's
out.
tits, get off my face!
Just hold still. Can
Yeah.
does
It's-
Sailix have a dagger at his belt?
Yeah.
Can Augie pull that and try and wedge it out?
All right, Sailix, how do you react to somebody reaching for a dagger on your own belt?
He will
Of all people,
shadow.
Aghi.
He'll shadow step to the door.
Hey, hang on. We're gonna try to get out of there.
Rune closes the doors with magic.
Ooh.
This is how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Just hold on, Sailix. You have a spine growing out of your face that was not there before,
Yeah.
and you're
I
saying
got
that
it.
doesn't bother you.
And I got it from sleeping on your bed. So what kind of magical STD did you give me?
Vesper, and you
That
can
is
make
a
that thievery
fair
check right now if you'd
question
like.
because I've never slept in the bed. So,
Well,
don't you want us to find out what this is?
Can you just stop being a baby?
Like as Sailix walks back towards Rune, he kind of points the dagger at Aghi. He's like, "You stay away from my face."
Suddenly, you feel a sharp yank, as if a tooth had been pulled. To your surprise as a child, Vesperin, you know roughly how large this thing is. If you're trying to remove it,
Okay.
it'll leave a mark. It's not that large though. When you saw Aghi wiggling it, you figured one small cut along one side, and that puppy's out of there.
She has healing gloves. It'll be fine.
And with a yank, it's gone. Pulled. Now, a small stream of blood coming out of your cheek. Sailix. It hurts. Not that much. What do you do?
Please don't murder anyone in the archives.
I got it. See, that wasn't so hard.
That was impressive.
Yeah. So you gotta have the steady ends, so it doesn't hurt nearly as much as if you just fuck it with it. But you know, you got the gloves, yeah. So like, give it a patch.
Rune completely ignores Sailix at this point and looks at the thing that was just taken out of his face.
Yeah. What do I have?
A small emerald.
Saving it for later.
Yeah, it's cut like a pointed diamond. The point was what was sticking out of his skin.
This, I grew this myself, so I'm keeping it.
Is this like a celestial thing? Like, is that common?
Arcana, occult, religion.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something.
Listen
DM, give
here.
me something.
I don't fucking know what
Arcana.
this is. I'm the only Celestial I've ever met.
Can I see that gem, please?
And he'll hand it over
No.
to Rune.
You remember when he asks to see the gem. You've touched crystals recently, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I
Didn't pay
did.
much mind. Where'd you put that thing?
It's probably still in his pouch, like in his belt pouch.
Hmm. Well, you remember it when he mentions the gem.
You see, now I'm gonna stop picking things up ever again. He reaches into his pack and he grabs out like roughly a
crystal.
hand-sized crystal. He sits on the thing. He's like, I stole that from the cave that we watched Aghi murder Demiri in.
See,
I didn't murder her in the cave.
also, this is why you leave the thieving to the fucking professionals. I'm just saying.
I wasn't stealing it.
You
Yeah, see,
just
that one too.
literally said you stole it.
I said pick.
Rune just uses
things
Mage Hand to
up.
pull the hand-sized gem out of Salix's hands.
Like,
React
at this
to
point,
that,
Sailix is not resisting at all. He's like, I
All
just
right.
said I picked it up.
Aghi, did you not fucking hear where he was like, I stole away from the fucking cove? But was that not exactly what he said?
I don't think you're hearing things how you think you are.
I think that
You just make shit
You're
up to
just-
suit your own narrative, huh?
it takes one to know one.
They do this all the time.
Bruton heads down the stairs. The ladder. To the basement as you guys are talking. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Right.
we'll still be bickering as we're following him. But I feel like it's one of those things where everybody's just like, the wizard's moving and doing something shady. Better go follow.
Every time. Rune, what are you doing down here by the time they catch up?
Well, he's placed the two stones on his main table at the center of his work area, and again, with his natural ability to detect magic, I presume the one that came out of his face is not magical. But what about the other one?
It's magical. It's quite magical.
With the higher levels of detect magic, do I get a school? I think that is an option.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there is a version based on just number of rounds. Um, School of Magic on this item. Divination. There's some strange subsonic hum to it as well. Can't say why. It's a strange gem. You do remember the Akuje, where they were fond of uncut gems stemming to old elven traditions, but this gem, it's mangled at the base. There's some stone, and it's not pretty, but as it gets higher, it gets more and more pristine. A red crystal married with a green and a blue one, that they all intersect at the center.
Um,
You can make a religion check if you would like.
Religion. Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a guidance from good old Nethys. There's a glow under the eye patch as he begins to read through some books, looking at the stones.
The name eludes you. You're not sure if you have it referenced in this library, but the ancient elven pantheon spoke about a god of jewels. It reminds you of that. You remember the color, the red, the blue, and the green. Something about crystals.
Those books would be back at the Citadel in the gate room.
They would, wouldn't they?
So after Rune just sort of talking to himself for the last 5 minutes, he looks, all right, so I need to go back to Elsetta's ring. Who's coming with me?
Well, obviously I am, because
There's, sorry, let me finish the reasoning because I realize you don't know what I'm talking about. There's reference of there's these colors or jewel formation or something. At any rate, this jewel is linked to an elven pantheon deity of the same, I'll call it portfolio, a jewel deity of some sort. I got to figure out who it is, and those books are sitting at Elsetta's gates.
son of a bitch, I've had like up till fucking here with deities. Fuck here!
Where was that again?
Here!
So you don't want to come then?
I'm coming.
All right.
They sure like jerking us all around, eh?
Oh, chat.
Sailix looks down to the crystal. He's like, I'm fucking keeping these. Like, they're came out of my face. I'm keeping it.
I wouldn't
Hey.
recommend it, actually.
You could sell it. Like, I know a guy. I'm just saying. I'll get you a pretty penny for it. You can give it to, like, people who actually need money. I'd be good. Instead of it just rotting on a shelf somewhere.
I'd like to point out, if this is in any way connected to any of those gates, at what point in time has anything attached to them ever been good for us?
Well, I don't know. You put one of those gates at one of my favorite places in the world, so let's hope that...
No, I put one of my gates in one of your favorite places in the world. My gate doesn't even work.
It's fair. Well, lead on.
All right, touch the stuff.
Listen. You got a good one off with that gate. I'm sure it happens to lots of gates, okay? Don't take it too hard.
Oh, you're trying to insult me. That was really good. That was good, yeah. I was confused there for a minute.
The
Tengu
laughter is
accent
met.
really throws me off.
The rapping of a gloved fist on the door upstairs.
Oh, son of a... I'll get it. 5 seconds. Just wait.
Is it for you? This is my house, after all.
I mean, no. It's probably not.
All right.
I
well,
hope
then I'll go
not.
take care of it.
Someone just get the fucking door.
Rune will go get the door.
I was just saying. Fucking everybody's upstairs just staring at the door.
Mira Lang. She's wearing a heavy cloak. It's much warmer today. Still below freezing, but it's sunny out. She smiles at
How
Rune,
can I help you?
but she pauses when she sees Sailix. We should have a conversation.
All right. Now, later.
It's in your interest, but it's your choice.
Are you working?
I'm about to go to bed.
Oh, good. Touch the staff. The actual staff.
She'll touch it.
All right. Everyone, hop on.
She's just examining it.
Sailix comes over and grabs the staff. He's like, "Don't ever say hop on when you're referring to the staff again."
Yeah, that's a bit awkward.
Is it? Oh, fair enough. Teleport.
What do you...
Oh no.
Aghi!
Wait.
I'm sure she's there.
It's your choice.
She's there.
Okay. She's caught it in time.
Yeah. like,
Perhaps
shit.
that might be how you realize the staff can be quite agreeable if you manage
I
not
bet
to
it
have
can.
Mhm.
All right, so I hear it now. I know what I said, and we're moving on.
It's so
Where do
accommodating.
you arrive in the Citadel?
At the ring.
All right. I'll set his ring. It's as you left it. Cluttered but clean. The 5 of you reappear. Starting from the 6 o'clock position, you have the stairs up into the rest of the Citadel. Once upon a time, you'd hear quite the commotion. Now it's just sort of an echo chamber. There's not a lot going on upstairs. Next, we have Hunter Gate. Symbolism, it's marked to Kedifis. You know it leads to the Mwangi Expanse. And then at the 9 o'clock position, we have Venge Gate. There's a bedroll in front of it, but aside from that, it hasn't been used for anything mundane or otherwise. And then we have Dream Gate right by Rune's office. So it's the 10 o'clock position. You do have travel back and forth from there. It's granted by Vesperin, though, as you do carry the Dreamstone. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Right. And then you have a little crater that you know leads to a cave. Rune used that very passage to find this place, what is now years ago, but the archway still remains. The archway to Lotus Gate is marked. There's fungus and strange imagery, but it's so worn that it's hard to tell what it symbolizes. You do know that you intend to make it Pillowgate. But in front of you, Rune, it's coming back to you. The gate in front of you, it's covered in jewels.
Jewelgate.
You remember Jewelgate. There hasn't been a lot of coincidences where the elf gates are concerned.
Rune will, again, not touching either of the stones that Sailix had. We'll lift up the one that was found in the cave to the jewel gate to see if it activates.
The large one?
Yeah.
It starts to chime a bit. It's making a noise. The gate, it sounds like the best way you could describe it would be hungry. It's been dormant until now. So this is quite quite
With
an
Mage Hand,
advancement.
the stone will just float over to the gate and make contact.
The sound gets louder, but with contact, nothing happens.
Taking the smaller gem out, the one that grew out of Sailix's face. Again with Mage Hand, float it over.
It gravitates towards the gate, and then suddenly it's sucked up. You notice now at the top of the archway, right above the stalags, you have 3 small holes. It's fitted in the center of the 3 craters.
There are 2 more empty craters.
Look, I don't know what the fuck is going on, Amira says. If this is supposed to be some show,
No, go ahead and tell me what you want to tell me.
what do you what? She's just looking around.
Oh, you've
Startled
never been here, have you?
by this. Well, I've heard about it, but what? Monica does trade through here, back
Yeah,
and forth,
yeah.
Mongi Expanse. Could we talk? And then she's gonna look at Sailix in private.
Oh,
And what the fuck is on your head?
On my head?
oh, you've got another
Yes.
gem growing, don't you?
This
one
friend's
is
just
red.
gonna crack her knuckles like, all right.
Oh, get the fuck out! Leviathan flashes out of his belt in like an instant, and the blade is dripping black void. He's like, "And if you fuckers come towards my face, and I'm cutting you down where you stand."
Listen, quick hands, fast hands. Is what you want. Like,
I mean, technically, this one's on your head.
Right up. Or you would imagine a devil's horn to be nearing just on the hairline. A little crystal sticking out.
Vesper, Aghi, would either of you 2 mind working out with Sailix? Because I suspect he's going to be growing at least 1 more stone beyond that one. Get both of those off of his face if you could. I'm going to let the 3 of you work that out.
Yep.
While Mara here and I have a conversation. Does that seem fair?
aye.
All right. Good luck. Don't kill each other, please.
We're gonna do this easy way, Sailix.
Immediately, a shadow blast just comes hurling out.
I would like to attempt.
Are we running that?
I would like to attempt a fate action. Just try to steal it. I have assurance, so would that be enough to pass his DC?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to feint, so I can then do my thievery check to get
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, let's attempt that feint. What is it? A deception versus a
yeah. And then I believe I get a bunch of I get some sort of bonus for to if I'm specifically. Or wait, actually, there's an action I can do. It's like distraction or something like that.
Yeah, so it's a deception check versus a perception DC.
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot. Assurance I have in stealth, not deception. That's okay. So.
Would you like me to roll it?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, that will give you a bonus on
Yeah.
this thievery. If you're trying to remove this gem, it's right up there.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll the thievery, and then
Yeah.
if I am successful, I will narrate how this happens. I'm gonna hero point that.
Can Aghi assist?
Because that's what heroes do.
If we're distracting.
Yeah.
Assist? Yeah.
Ah!
Ah!
Hey, Sailix.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
this worked on you last time. The faint.
So, well, wait. Can I describe
Yeah, no, you go right ahead.
Okay. So what happens is, like, Sailix has the lance and is about to shadow blast Aghi, and Vespa attempts to do a maneuver where she uses the lance to pivot on to reach at his face. Only her hand slips and she instead gets like flattened against it, sort of like a comical belly flop.
And when that happens, Sailix is going to throw Vespa at Aghi. You ever been so mad that you beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker?
Let's do an unarmed attack roll. I'll roll it.
Just catch Vespa.
Oh yeah, hang on. I gotta have my shield raised because I can see this attack coming.
Yeah.
Oh damn it.
36 has got you.
Ugh.
Is this fire or sonic, or you're just trying to make them hurt a little bit, a little non-lethal?
It's non-lethal. He's just trying to get them away from his face.
All right, you're both on your ass. About 15 feet away from Sailix.
Yep, up.
The crystal remains.
That could have gone better, but I'm just saying, like, if you're not paying attention, it's not gonna be that bad.
I'm just saying, no.
Are you going to take it out yourself?
I'm going to... He just shadow steps away.
Are you still in the room?
No, he's he looked down the hallway and he just shadow stepped down. He is now running away.
All right. Augie's charging.
Yep. Vesper's following him, just like, oi! Don't be a bitch about it! Just let us poke at your face!
As soon as he sees open air, he's taken off.
Okay. Got to get to him before that.
Oh, you're leaving the citadel.
He's just doesn't.
No, you can.
He doesn't want them to poke at his face.
Yeah,
Aghi is
yeah.
charging.
You know,
He's gonna
yeah,
tackle
directly.
his ass.
So if shadow jump, how far can you jump?
I believe it's 20 feet.
Yeah, only you're not far from the battlements. You just have to go up a couple of levels. Unless it needs to be something you see.
Yeah, it's 120 feet.
So as they're running, Vesper will be like, okay, if you can, like, grab him, I can use the whip to make him more compliant, and then it'll be fine.
Sailix, you reappear in the courtyard of the citadel. You can fly up if you'd like. You have a feeling these two are going to pull this thing out, and you feel like it is quite large compared to the other one that was removed, and being so close.
Do I feel
your
any
skull,
other
maybe.
lumps like forming under the skin?
No.
All right, so he'll pull it out himself, but he is flying up in the air.
Okay. It's putting up a fight. You can't pull it out with your fingers. You have a blade.
I do. Well, he's gonna just...
Now, Aghi and Vesperin, real quick, as you head up the stairs, because you have the feeling he just took off, you can actually hear the wings flap against the courtyard as he ascended, because it just echoed down the stairs. As you head up, though, you notice in the room to the left, on the first flight of stairs where the landing is, Rune is talking to Amir Lang. But if you wish to ignore it, you can continue in pursuit of your dear friend who is avoiding you.
Yeah, I feel like Vespa would chase after him because she's pretty confident that she's right in this scenario, and that
Yeah.
Sailix is just being a baby about it. And if she doesn't help, then, you know, he's going to do some sort of horrible, irreparable damage.
You have a whip for this.
I
Aghi, how about you?
I do.
I mean, Aghi has her mind set on tackling Sailix and pulling this thing out. So,
Yeah. Nope, that's perfect.
yeah, I
Make
don't
your
think
way-
she'd even notice. She's just charging.
All right, you make your way to the Citadel courtyard. How far off the ground are you, Sailix?
60 feet.
Mm.
Or how long did it take him to get there? That'll explain.
Yeah, I'd say you're about 30 feet off the ground.
Okay.
20 actually, that you and you can't seem to pull this thing up as you're flying, but as you two emerge, Rune, you did hear them scrambling up to chase Sailix. But he's making his way
He's,
up. He hasn't.
Rune's a bit preoccupied.
Yeah. Sailix, what do you do?
I mean, well, he's, I guess, burying that dagger point down on his forehead at this point.
So you're saying is he's a bit preoccupied and focused on other things.
Yes, he is.
It is with a dagger next to his face.
How close is he to a
Sailix.
wall?
Well, the courtyard is only so many feet across, so there's no way he's more than 20 feet from a wall right now. There's a staircase that takes you up to the courtyard.
Wait, I have an idea.
Go ahead.
So Vesper looks at Aghi and is like, give me a boost.
She gives her a boost.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to spring from Aghi into the air.
Aghi just
You're-
chucks you. That's the plan.
An Aghi throw. That.
This will
would
be
be-
fine.
That's not going to end badly at all.
Not at all.
He has a knife out at his face, and I'm
Yeah.
throwing best friend at him.
It'll be fine. To be fair, we probably didn't notice he had the knife right at his face because we're just like, there he is!
Uh-oh. Okay. So if you throw Vesperin, that's an athletics check
Okay.
Okay.
for you. And then Vesperin, that's an acrobatics check for you. It's a very low DC, but I want to see if it, on the off chance that it does something horrible. Nope,
Oh, like
you're fine.
that.
No.
Right?
See, and that one would be. Yeah, you're within range. You're gonna need to use your whip though if you're trying
Yes.
to latch on.
Okay.
but-
I am not trying to do damage. I'm just trying to grab him and
Yep.
potentially use the spell. All
Yep.
right.
You can
So-
opt for non-lethal damage with the whip because the whip damage might still
Yeah.
inflict.
Yeah, it's non-lethal, for sure. Okay. Whoops. Did I not roll on the thing? Hang on. There he is. What could go wrong here?
Nothing.
God.
criti-
My
A
roll
critical
tonight.
for one, I want to point out that that's a critical miss that you made at Sailix. I get not only one but two
Oh, yeah.
attacks that
Oh
I can
yeah,
make against you.
I know. It's bad.
So
Ah.
with that,
Yeah.
Sailix spins around and kind of pushes her down, and then he'll land in front of Aghi and he'll be like, "Take it out." Like he does. Like at this point, he's mad at Vesperin because he doesn't want to give her the satisfaction. He's like, he'll look at Aghi right in the face. He's like, "Take it out right now."
Oh, you can do it yourself.
He's like, "No, I'm talking to you. Use the few brain cells you have and rip this thing from my face."
Oh my gosh, she rips it from his face and is not gentle at all.
Make a strength check. It's
Yeah.
it's grown.
I love how she's like, oh my god, she
Excellent.
rips it out.
Oh, we're so
Oh.
straight. Okay.
So the longer we leave it in there, then the bigger they are.
Oh, damn it. So bad.
Hmm.
So she like yanks it, but then stops because she's
Yeah,
trying to
well,
inflict as much pain as she can.
See, you stopped. You tried at least. It rings out. Something about it, it hums. It's like a wail. This thing is actually larger than it was when it was first poking out. And that pole, it actually just cuts your thumb, and there's this sizzling that you can feel. You feel your bones rattle. It was quite painful. Sailix, go ahead.
Sailix lets out a yell. Because I take it that it's pretty painful for him too.
Now Vesperin's just like very calmly, smugly in the little crater she's made, like, watch.
At this point, Sailix is yelling for Rune.
Rune, you hear that?
Rune just looks up to where the sound's coming from and back to Lang.
Yeah, Mira says, it's just what I saw from the ledger. He tried really hard to cover his tracks. This was a long time ago. But, oh, your friends need you.
Wait here for me, please.
Will do.
And thank you.
Of course.
One last question. Why'd you wait so long?
I'm not answering that one.
Rune heads up. Did the three of you figure it out?
Sailix just points to his sword. It's getting bigger, and now it's hurting people when they try to take it out.
He's not letting me touch him.
Oh, I'm gonna get this fucking thing out. Augie's gonna put her gloves on now. Stop fucking hurt. Is gonna put her other hand on his shoulder to get more leverage as she again is gonna try and yank this thing out if she can.
Is it a slow pull to try to snap it, or is it a yank, an actual yank?
It's an actual yank.
Right.
Yankee.
And Sailix, you're not resisting this
No.
until the yank. Okay. This would feel like a tug on your skull. I don't have a, I have an attack. No, you're taking damage. The yank is just jarring. Aghi, your glove has a tear in it. Your hand pulls out. It lets out a scream again. Some high-pitched reverberation. And Rune, when you arrive, you see the gem is starting to hook up a bit.
Is it still attached?
Yep.
Yeah, when Aghi sees Rune, if this thing is starting to like curl, like it's gonna go back into his skull.
Yeah.
She's like, this thing's gonna fucking kill him. We need to get this out now. She's like not messing around anymore.
Sailix, how are you responding to this?
It's oddly calm. He's every time it gets yanked on though, he does like yell out that through gritted teeth. But
That
now
smile.
he's trying to keep it keep it kind of
Alright.
okay.
Back downstairs. No more flying. No more running. I need to find out where these jewels are coming from. And he'll head back down to the ring, gesturing for everyone to follow.
Yeah. As Aghi follows, she's gonna pull off the glove and inspect the tear in it. That's like surprising.
Yeah, a stitch is pulled. It just means that this this gem, it's incredibly sharp.
Okay.
It wouldn't be hard to fix, though. You imagine?
Will's gonna kill me.
Let's not consult the one who's used to pulling shiny things from places that they don't want to be pulled from.
As soon as Rune gets back down to the ring, the first thing he looks at is the large gem, and if it has changed at all from when he placed it next to the Jewelgate.
No, it's wherever you left it.
All right.
Sailix, what do you do?
Don't let Sailix get near to this gate.
If we just shove his face in it, it'll come out.
I'm afraid it'll pull part of his skull with it.
Can I look at it with
At
at the gem with, like, you know, again, just thievery or whatever, to see if I can tell, like, how it's connected, and, you know, get a feel for, like, she's not directly, like, messing with it beyond just doing that, like, casing thing.
Right. This is a key of some sort. Maybe a flat perception check, or even a...
Rune is going to go to...
Yeah, flat perception or crafting.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, like, thievery, just because, again, it's like a mechanism as far as that's where it's connecting and how that works.
Yep. Yeah, it is a discrete key. Could even use Lore Underworld if you'd like. But go ahead, Rune.
Do either of those help?
It looks like a key. It's related to this thing somehow, but it's not. The gate isn't responding in a way that would suggest it works. It's sort of like when a key turns, but it doesn't unlock the lock. Something's being received, but it's not communicating fully.
But there's no, like, as far as she can tell, is it actually attached to his skull, or is there, like...
you're looking... I thought you were looking at the gem in front of Jewelgate.
No, I was looking at the one in his head.
So the one in his head...
and I just figure
it seems like there was one way to find out, and Sailix would not have that. But for all intents and purposes, there's no give and there's no wiggle. So in an operation like this, if you had one job and that job was to extract that gem, you would be taking the neck with it. Just the thing isn't moving. If there was any amount of wiggle, you'd imagine you could pull it, but yeah, it would be like looking at a tooth and trying to understand if it's connected to a skull. Maybe they are not fused, but they don't, it's all rigid. Moving the skin doesn't actually move it either.
Yeah. So basically, Daniel, I figure that it's kind of one of those things where, like, she's in, like, frustrated girlfriend mode at this point of, like, you're being dumb. I'm gonna just quit it. And she's just looking at it. But, like, when she gets done with, like, that analysis, that's when she, like, actually looks worried. But, just kind of gives him that, like, regular cocky swagger of, like, yeah, no, it's gonna be fine.
Sailix is sitting on his ass, just trying to concentrate on not dying.
Yeah. What's your mood like?
It's been better, honestly.
Yeah.
Anybody, like, within fucking in the room would tell that he is in a horrible mood, but he's just quiet, keeping calm as much as possible. You know, he's only been awake for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Good morning, by the way. You see that gem, though? It's hovering in front of Jewelgate. It's like it's trying to receive it. You've obviously got experience with keys for gates at this point. That is what it seems like, Rune, but nothing's happening. What do you do?
Rune has gone into the his old office here at Setter's Ring to pour through the notes that he had here and see if there's any reference to these crystals and the jewel gate.
Yeah, clues about this place, they've been so scarce. You can study the deities themselves, but aside from that, there's not really any knowing what happened here since it was so long ago. You know, this gate is connected to the god of crystals, the elven goddess of crystals, magic, jewelers.
And what's the name of that god?
Ural. It's Yuelral.
Yuelral? Ural?
Yep.
All right. Well, Rune comes back out. How bad does it look on his head?
Sailix.
Yeah.
It's sort of hooking out just a little bit. You can make out the red color much clearer, but this might be concerning to you. There's another dot sticking out on his cheek.
All right. So I don't know what this is. I don't know why it's happening. And the only thing that I'm even reasonably sure of is that if you get close to that gate, those stones could potentially come off and take pieces of you with it. So, I can keep you alive if you want to give that a try, or I can attempt to remove them. The choice is yours. For what it's worth, at least given the first one, I'm fairly certain the two that are now growing on you are keys to that gate.
Just remove them, Rune.
All right, I'll give this a try. Rune will place his hands on the two spots on Sailix's head, and a glow begins to, or a light begins to glow from underneath the eye patch as electric charge electricity and fire and ice all sort of begin to form down his limbs, not hurting you, you can't really feel anything, but you hear them and see them, and you can tell he's not using his usual arcane language that he uses to cast spells. This is clearly a prayer or a call, and he casts restoration to see if that will remove the gems. Since restoration will remove most conditions.
Yeah. Well, then, rather than a treatment, this seems like a diagnosis, Rune. It doesn't remove them. In fact, a couple of them will appear on his cheek yet again. Not point. Just little divots Little side slits where a pore would be, maybe. Or in lieu of a scar, you'd have a gem sticking out, all green on his cheek. The horn, as it's forming, doesn't shift either. If you're looking closer, maybe you would have seen it grow a hair. You also feel a strange sensation, warmth at your back.
He looks.
While your hands were on Sailix, a beam formed from you to that key, that gem that sits in front of Jewelgate.
Is this did anything else happen, or was it just a connection of sorts?
No, and if you remove one or both of your hands from Sailix, the connection is severed. That beam of light between you and that key fades away.
Rune will bring the larger stone, the key. Is that the key you're talking about, or is it the smaller one?
No, the key's the large stone that you have in front of the gate.
He'll pull it over with mage hand and have it just sort of float between he and Sailix as he again touches the stones on Sailix. Is that connection still made?
What'd you say?
How are you responding to this, Sailix?
He's really just trying to be okay with whatever's happening.
Yeah, you're sitting, right?
Yeah.
Wings outstretched. You see ahead of you, about 20 feet away, the gate. It's almost like you can see through it when he brings the key closer.
What do I see? Or is it just like a...
It's just pure light.
Okay.
Of various colors streaming through. Maybe you can make out some details. Maybe carved stone on the other side, but it's a bad angle. You're not looking at it dead on, so you're going to be catching the side of a chamber, maybe. It's hard to tell from here.
Does it do anything with all three of them around?
No, but that burning sensation in your cheek, it ceases for a while, at least as far as you can tell.
All right, well, that didn't work.
What's that?
Oh, well, you trying to cast whatever spell that was to take these out?
No. I was hoping a divine touch would remove this condition from you, but no, didn't work.
Right. So, Sailix will stand up and he'll kind of take the key that's just kind of levitating there. He'll clasp Rune on the shoulder and just nod to Aghi, and as he's walking by Vesperin, just kind of give her a kiss on the cheek and walk towards Jewelgate.
Oh, this could be awkward.
The steps. Yeah, does anybody stop him?
I mean, Vesperin does. Just like, she looks at him like, the fuck are you doing?
Solving the problem.
But
No,
you
but
meant it. She's just gonna like look at Rune like, you're gonna let him do this? Like,
To be completely honest, there's a few other options.
so I feel like she would grab Sailix and give him a way better. And then like give him a light shove towards the gate. But like she looks very upset.
Sailix, each pain is exponentially more painful than the last as you approach. It's as if the radiation from this thing is trying to break you. Rune, Aghi, Vesperin, you do see bits of his skin on his cheek. It feels as though if it's withering and tightening, revealing more gems, encrusted, coming all the way from the top of his head down to where a beard would meet if he had one, but the red gem doesn't really move. Sailix, the portal hums louder and louder and louder as you approach. You know roughly how this works, but what do you do?
He's going to try and place the key where it goes. And with, I guess, with getting like closer to the gate, see how, like, if it's the one coming out, the horn he has is like pulled a certain way, or if the scales on the other side are pulled another one.
Yeah, well, it's extremely painful, and you feel that it's somehow connected to this. And in addition, your skull feels like it's on fire as you approach. But the portal parts and it opens. You see a way station on the other side.
The horns are still there, or is it like ripped out?
No, they're there.
Did I just take 17 points of damage?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Your head is pounding though. These things feel like they're shifting. You feel like your skull is made out of tectonic plates in an earthquake, but you're still standing.
Shakily, he kind of starts, like, leans against the gate with one hand, and he kind of looks back towards Rune and the other ones, and he's like, well, this is not how I thought this day would go. And he just walks through the gate.
Rune will follow.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Vesperin on his heels, I imagine. Aghi, you as well. You arrive. For the most part, way stations, they operate. A gate is sort of like a permanent portal. When it does open, it seems as if this place were an extension or extra dimensional. So it feels that not that you're teleporting and reappearing somewhere else. You're actually just moving through a space that had been created. And this is very similar. You step out of the stone. Interesting contrast. The ancient withered stone that makes up Alcetta's ring. The same carvings and patterns are found in this way station, perfectly preserved. Jewels are everywhere in this chamber. It's magnificent. There are colorful crystals growing out of the walls on this 15-foot high stone chamber, fanning out from a stone archway and filling the room with kaleidoscopic light. Sailix, what do you do?
Does the pain ease at all?
Yeah, your head hurts, but you don't feel like you're under attack right now, necessarily.
He takes a moment to breathe.
Yeah. Looking around, you see by a desk, there's a long dead skeleton slumped in the chair. And you hear barely through the sound of this aching, this reverberation in your skull, this horn that has formed, it's humming to you, but you hear muffled crying.
In what direction?
By the desk.
He will shamble on over because I feel like he's not sprightly at this point.
Like,
Rune
Vesperin
is
is
taking
right.
this entire place in.
Vesperin's right by Sailix's side, and is sort of like discreetly being that like thing he can lean on if he needs to.
Yeah, he probably needs it right now. Rune, you see a row of bookcases on one wall. The desk to your left, it's in prime condition. These gems are massive, and of course there's another gate paired on the other side.
Any books or...
Yeah, there are some books on the shelf. The sleeves, they look elven, but before you can approach, you do hear behind you the sound of wailing, or sobbing.
Look to the crying. I presume
Yeah,
that's where Sailix is going.
It is. Appearing in the desk and standing slowly, an elven woman appears. It's a ghost. Her eyes are faded and white. You can see through her to the desk she died in. She looks straight at you, Sailix, but doesn't speak.
Well, this is unfortunate.
Well, what do we have here? Rune will switch to Elven. You understand me?
Aghi, you do not speak Elven, correct?
No.
All right, so this conversation applies to everyone except for you.
All
right.
Poor Aghi.
I've been there. I've been there.
Aghi will walk around though.
Looking at the books. She can't
well,
read.
No.
Be better with pictures.
For real?
I must maintain the gate. Excuse me. She sits down at the desk, eerily plopped over a skeleton of an elven woman, and starts working on some notes.
Take a look at her notes.
They're esoteric. It's something to do with keeping the crystals tuned and maintaining the way station.
What's your
It's
name?
ancient. Ta. She forgets it mid-sentence. Talamira.
Talamira. Pleasure to meet you, Talamira. You've kept this way station going.
I hope to see it do well.
It is doing very
Falter.
well. Rune perks up.
He wishes to maintain it. You see, it could be a great thing. She starts.
Candelaron?
Yes. Where is he? He said he'd return.
He's off overseeing the construction of other gates.
He said he'd return tomorrow.
You know the sculptor. He gets distracted.
She turns over her note and starts reading it from the beginning. And then looking in the corner of the eye, she spots you. Suddenly she stands and stares at Sailix directly in the eye.
Yeah, I'd have the same reaction.
She looks around like she doesn't recognize any of you. Like she's forgotten. And she sits back down to inspect her notes.
Talaria, right?
Hello. I'm Talamira.
Talamira. My apologies. Is the way station going all right?
Things are well. The sculptor said he'd return tomorrow.
He's running a bit behind. Do you recognize this stone? As he gestures over to the large crystal that Sailix holds.
You've taken the key.
It was given.
I'm told to stop you.
Well, that's
Thief.
not necessary.
Roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
son of a bitch.
well, that could have gone better.
Who's keeping the tally for the wizard thing? Just in general.
Ooh, wizard.
What did I do this time?
You gestured to the key, man.
How else is
Finally
supposed to get
get
an
a good
answer for
roll.
your problem?
I got it from sleeping in your bed.
Yeah.
No, you got it from taking a crystal from a cave.
So
We don't know that.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that's true.
Ooh. All right, we're all in the 30s for initiative, except for the wizard.
Of course.
You know, that's how it goes.
I think that puts Vesper in first. What do you do?
Okay. So, who is she approaching to attack?
Oh, it looks like Rune.
Okay.
Oh, you're like,
so-
oh, okay.
well,
Why'd I roll
no.
initiative?
I'm kidding. Okay, so I guess it's very clear she's gonna attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You have a split second to react.
I'm going to then use with Sailix next to me like that. Is that flanking bonus or no?
No.
Okay,
It
that's
won't
fine.
be.
I'm gonna try to use Whip of Compliance. God, my rolls are so shitty. Okay.
You miss. You do have 2 actions still, and they are still flat-footed.
Cool. Then I'm gonna try to hit with. I'm gonna try to hit with it again. Oh God.
Mm.
All right. God, these rolls. It's my fucking birthday, dice. Like, I should get good rolls on my birthday.
You do get a hero point for guilting me about giving you a critical miss on your birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday. Whip this
you.
thing.
All right, I'm gonna try it one more time. Even though this is gonna be bad. Yep.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna re-roll that so it's not a critical miss.
Okay.
That
Yep.
would be worse. All right. Ugh. Hey!
Hey.
Still a miss, but at least I'll
Woo.
hang on to my weapon. And then I'm gonna take a step back. Because I can do that because I'm a rogue.
Excellent. She in a panic, she scoots the chair in suddenly with her spidery hand, lifts an inkwell nearby. It's actually quite large. It's ornate. Throws it at you, Rune, but it shatters in the middle and it's just black ink charged towards you. It's the kind of damage you expect to receive from a haunted thing. Negative energy seeps into your bones. You've upset a spirit that has not rested. Sailix, she looks at you. She attempts to push you back.
Oh yeah?
It's a miss. She uses energy to try to throw you back.
She gets hit with that pharasma positive energy.
Does she?
Yes, sir.
just a melee attack?
Well, no, it's not a critical miss, but and his weapon's not drawn right now, so it's not anything.
Okay, that's fine. Aghi,
Yes.
the wizard did something again.
Well, this is my first.
Thanks,
no,
Ian.
no. So Augie was basically like walking around, keeping half an eye on this conversation that she can't understand, and then just sees this ghost throw an inkwell at Rune because she has no clue what's going on. So ghosts don't bleed, right?
No,
Nah.
it doesn't count. Even so, we're technically not. We're in between
mean,
places.
She's
you
technically
can't-
dead.
Yeah, you can't kill something that's already dead.
Yes. So you've actually you remember fighting. You fought a ghost once, in the war. You know that things that you do to make them dead don't, because they already are. Certain things,
Yeah.
however, like magical weapons, they roughly do what you want. But dealing with a ghost is far more complicated than letting them bleed out.
It's true. Augie's just like, well, what the fuck did you say to her? And is basically gonna walk over to Rune and be in a defensive position to try and make sure more ink doesn't get thrown at him.
Yeah. For the intercept.
We're praying for Link.
I don't think she
Sailix.
likes you.
Right,
It's your
me.
common theme.
What do you do?
So he will take out his weapon and attack her. So that's that one.
Yep, that is a hit.
What? Oh, missed. And well, I drew my weapon as an action, so.
Rune. You can make a knowledge check here. Ghosts are very particular.
Oh, that's fine. I gotta check out my sleeve. Just reading it real quick. So looking at the creature, he begins to cast a spell, and I have to make an attack roll. Using... Where's my mouse? There it is. Actually, do I have to make an attack roll now? Yeah. I'm presuming a 23 does not hit.
No. No.
All right. I'll spend the hero point on that one.
All right.
What's that?
It hits.
Oh, good. All right. So he raises one of his arms out, and that same sort of electricity and fire and ice begin to wrap down as he casts heal on the undead creature to do 3d8 points of damage because it's positive energy.
Ooh. All right. 3d8, you say?
Yeah.
All right. It sinks in. The magic made to right a wrong. The undead being an objective wrong here. It sizzles. She screams. What else do you do?
He throws up his staff as as it begins to spin rapidly as a shield effect, a shield spell.
All right. That takes us to Vespa.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to whip her good. I mean, that's better, at least. And now I'm gonna say fuck it and hit with Valgora because I'm annoyed.
I'm sure Balgora is begging at this point.
What the fuck? Oh my god. That's awful. Sad face. Okay. So I guess my last action's probably going to be to grab Valgora from wherever it fell. Because
It's
apparently.
returning.
Okay. I don't know what nasty thing happens if I'm critically missed there. I don't know. I guess I'll try again.
She does watch Balgora though.
Oh, hey! At least that
As
one.
it's
Why do
saying.
I always get like the last one?
She's flat-footed to you. No, you've
Okay.
got it.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, do I roll damage normally?
Yep.
Okay.
But now she's looking at you, and there's bleed damage as well.
Okay. And then do I get my sneak attack because flat-footed?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Bleed plus that plus this. Okay.
She's the image of herself in life. You can tell by the clothes that she's wearing. She thinks she's somewhere else. She thinks she's still alive, and as a result, that blow, you see ethereal blood start pouring out of her shirt, and she looks at you in horror and sees Balgora, and her jaw drops before her eyes narrow. She's angry.
I'm gonna use my skirmish strike to take another step back.
She meets you though.
Oh no.
Hey, she'll try to step away. Sailix, do you have an attack of opportunity?
I do.
Use it.
Fucking please.
That's your
Yeah!
hit. She's very hurt. She heads to Balgora though, to try to set a hand on the blade. Not in an attempt to disarm you, but you see her eyes, they turn. The fury is replaced with fear. She says, the crystals, the crystals, the crystals. The crystals.
What about them? You got to be more specific.
And suddenly, shards from the crystals to your right, they fly towards you.
Oh no.
Vesprin. Her hand pulls them up, and they whip them in your direction. You're wounded. And with a second flurry of these shards passing through you, you're grazed yet again. Heavily hurt. But Aghi, it's your turn.
All right. Gosh dang it. Honestly, Aghi is like at a complete loss of what to do. She was not expecting to fight today.
You know, we're all in places we didn't expect to be this morning. Crystals growing out of your face.
It's true. Gosh dang it. So she just saw Rune cast heal on this ghost, and it seemed
hurt
to
the
damage
ghost.
it. Yeah.
Yes, it did.
So she already had the gloves on, the gloves of healing from trying to yank that thing out of Sailix's damn head.
Yeah.
So I guess she's gonna attempt to grapple the ghost.
Duplex that bitch.
Looking down on your gloves, you see that hole that you formed. It small green fibers from within these brown gloves. They sew it back up. They reach across and they meet each part of the hole, and then suddenly they just pull in, and it's sealed shut, leaving just a small green suture of sorts. But you know the gloves do heal. So you walk over, right?
Yep.
That will be a melee attack to which you are quite proficient. Your 23 bonus would work for that. So we'll attack as if it's your weapon that you don't have.
Nope.
A 36 does hit. And that's for a lot. So describe what you do here.
Yeah, so seeing Vesprin just like shredded, Aghi will leave Rune and just sort of close the distance between her and this ghost, and just I mean, whatever the gloves do that she's been trained to use, just like she doesn't know magic, she just knows these gloves. Yeah, she's just going to straight up attempt to punch the ghost.
That's my baby. I'm so proud.
But I guess it'd be open hand because she wants to so she
whisper-
slaps the ghost.
Open hand, smack the goat.
You
Yeah.
are going to open hand deck the ghost.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, it works. You might have saved Vesprin's life here. It's a weird mix of shattering and fading and bursting apart into several pieces. Killing a ghost feels anticlimactic because the bigger they are, the lighter they fall. Really, this thing just sort of fades out with a scream. The place still has that strange air about it. But the threat's no more. You're out of combat. What do you guys do?
Okay, looks down and makes sure there's no blood.
Not one drop.
Okay.
I feel like Vesperin is trying to awkwardly pick out pieces of crystal, like, in no insignificant amount of pain from herself.
Oh, yeah, I should.
Rune will wait till the crystals are removed, looking over everyone else to make sure that they are objectively all right, alive and whatnot.
Yeah.
He'll look around, particularly where remains are, and see if there's anything there. If there's more notes.
We can do a knowledge religion check about the remains.
Drop a little guidance on that religion check.
There are several ways to lay a body to rest. Usually, if there's something that they're stuck on, they'll remain, and this person seems stuck in time. She has no idea what's happened. She mentioned something about the crystals. The crystals still make this strange, wicked, humanoid noise. It sounds very vocal. Maybe it had something to do with it, but you know just killing her wasn't enough.
I'm sorry, repeat the last part. I didn't make it out.
You know killing her alone is not enough. And she must be laid to rest somehow.
Well, likely a follower of Ural, right? Did Ural have any particular last rites?
No, she was fond of magic of all types, actually. Considered the elven goddess of magic, but divine and arcane magic both. She favored. She's got an affinity for crystals and jewelers, as well as iron stone crafters. They favor her.
Assuming that Vesperin has divested, or the Vesperin has divested themselves of the crystals, Ruin will use his second level oracle to put out a wave of healing energy.
Oh, that is useful.
As soon as I can find it. Oh no, that'd be this one. My bad.
Sailix, how are you responding to this?
Sailix is because she said something about keeping the crystals in tune. And
Yeah.
he's heard that weird like noise in his head from the horn, I'm guessing.
Yep.
He's gonna go over and try to like see what's going on with these other larger crystals, because those are the only ones that he can see. Maybe they could be tuned somehow, something he could do to like and maybe hopefully the crystal growing out of his head will assist with that.
As you approach the other crystals, they hum. You remember in the cavern when you were chasing Aghi days ago, something similar happened. They tried to tell you a story. The rest of your friends, they heard it as well. And it's the same here. They're humming about something.
I guess my question is, since she seemed very intently focused on Belgora, and I knew the crystals when we saw them for like, you know, being involved with like dwarvish stuff in those dwarvish caverns. Is there connection I can make? Like, does any of the stuff around here like look familiar or sound like something out of a children's story or whatever?
Yeah. tricky about Balgora. It is a clan dagger. Whom it belongs to, you have no idea. These crystals, they mention it by name, as well as Sailix. In fact, it's the only 2 words you can make out. Sailix. One of them calls out to you. You do see, though, that from where you're standing, the other side of this way station has opened up. There's a cave on the other side.
Sailix is gonna walk over to the one that called to him. It's kind of lay his hands on it.
Vern is looking at the notes on the table, looking at actually any of the books and notes that he can find.
You're not the first of your kind to come through here.
That's okay.
Go.
Oh,
Sailix.
Sailix will stand up straight. We got told to go.
By
You look
who
back.
exactly?
You notice the gems, the emerald-colored crystals on Sailix's face. They seemed sort of random, but now there are thin cracks that meet, forming lines that start somewhere in his hair and moving down to just under his jaw. It looked like an illusion, as if you were painting skin over a large crystal or something. Perhaps they're separate pieces. Maybe one fragment, but it's getting stranger as time passes.
He kind of like pats the crystal that was talking to him. He's like, this one said, I'm not the first one to walk through here, and told me I should go.
Did it now? I'm not inclined to pass all the way through the way station without everyone else.
I mean, we got the key, we can always come back, but what if the key to getting this stuff off my face is through that door?
That is the only thing that's making me want to go through the other side. Rune is still sort of scrambling, looking at the notes to see if they reference anything about how these crystals work.
None.
I feel like Vesperin would like kind of look at Rune and just be like, the spirit seemed interested in Valgora. And
Death begets death.
But here's the thing, that cave where we was in before had dwarvish mythology and items and things, so maybe there's some sort of cultural blending. Maybe that's a hint. I don't know.
Those are the Five Kings Mountains. It's dwarven territory all through there.
Ian, do I know if the dwarves worship this goddess or not?
They don't worship the elven gods.
Okay.
They have their own dwarven pantheon.
Yeah.
Which is unusual because usually many of the races in the Undersea, they sort of just flock to whatever deities they need at the time. Dwarves very much have their own pantheon. So it's unlikely that they worship Ural.
Okay.
Salix, that other side of the way station is open to you as you do approach.
Sailix is gonna look back and is like, understand your apprehension, but I can't not go.
No, I understand.
Let's go.
Sailix will wait until Rune looks like he's thoroughly
Rune's looking at
collected the notes and
Rune's
books
looking at a
around.
particular note, and then turns to all the crystals here in the room. Detect magic on them? Are they all glowing?
They're all glowing.
Which one spoke to you?
He'll tap that one.
It's that little rosy one in the corner.
Dispel magic. As he points his staff at it, expends some charges.
It hums. Louder and louder. Suddenly it's screaming. I'm rolling initiative for you.
All right. Then.
Sailix grabs his head.
Yeah. This isn't a great time for you. It lets out a shriek. I need a will save for Rune and Sailix and nobody else.
Great.
You both fail.
Oh.
You take mental damage. It isn't much though. Top of initiative is Rune. What do you do? You know it made some headway though. Dispel magic did work, just not fully.
Oh, it was a start anyway. He is going to return the favor with Phantom Pain as everyone around her and just hears that. And for Salix, this is a reminiscent sound of full. As there's a sort of everyone's hairs on the back of their neck stand up as he casts the spell. Oh, do I have a target?
Yes. Woo!
I think that's just.
It got a nat 20 on the save. But it would have failed anyway because it's got no bonus, so it is a regular success.
Yep. So it just takes the damage and no persistent effects.
Dice.
And that's mental damage.
It bounces off immediately. Scatters like a perfect ricochet.
No effect?
No effect.
All right.
But you can make a knowledge check now that you have an idea of what you might be working with here.
Which knowledge?
Resistances. Let's Arcana.
Okay.
It's immune to many types of things, as well as mental effects.
Is there something it isn't immune to?
Good old-fashioned physical damage.
Fair play.
That'll shatter it. Vesprin, what do you do?
Does Rune communicate that?
Oh yeah, just beat it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna throw my my knife. Uh.
That's a hit.
Yay!
First time for everything.
God damn it! Shut up.
The precision damage nor bleed would work for it, but the
Okay.
physical, yes.
Okay. So it still does that damage.
Yep. You've got 2
Do
actions
it.
left.
do
Balgor
it-
returns to you.
Okay. Did I and I assume I did not get sneak attack on that one, but
Nope.
now because of that feat, I get it, right?
Well, so the only issue is that you don't have
Yeah.
a way to deal precision damage to the crystal.
Oh,
Because it doesn't have
okay.
any vital spots.
Gotcha. That makes sense. All right. Well, let's
But
try. What?
it's not going to make an attack of opportunity on you. It's not a thing.
Mhm.
You could get a little flank going on in there.
Okay. How do I do that again?
Whoosh. That'll
Ow.
give you a bonus.
Cool.
Virtually a bonus of +2 to your attack.
All right. So I add 2.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So then hopefully I input this correctly, so it will actually add that. And it doesn't super matter. But that's okay. So yeah, I guess that's all my actions.
Yep. But you've given flanking to Sailix. Sailix,
Yeah.
what do you do?
He's not happy.
As
He's
well you shouldn't be.
kind of double slice it. Once. Twice.
Both hits.
Alright, so. Da-da-da.
It starts breaking apart.
And he's going to hit it again.
That's a miss.
Alright.
Aghi.
Yes. I'm trying to figure
You've
out
got
how.
gloves and you're not afraid to use them, huh?
I got fists. But how do I get to this crystal? This question. Do I need to acrobatics or anything, or am I able to get to it?
You'll need to do acrobatics. Or you could no, you could get to it.
All right. Yeah, so Augie's just seeing them hacking at this thing, and she's like, finally. And it's just going to straight up, like, draw her fist back and punch it.
Excellent. I've got it for you.
Thanks.
It's a miss.
How do I... So awkward.
It bounces
Can
off
I...
the surface.
Oh,
You have an action. You also have a hero point. So
I'm
one
going
way
to
or another, you
hero
get it.
point that. That's
All
so
right.
awkward. Can't punch a rock.
Not letting that happen. That's a
God,
hit.
no. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, if
Break
a 40
half.
was still a miss, I'd be really concerned.
Yep. Shatters down the middle into a bunch of pieces. Suddenly, the humming, the screaming, the wailing stops. The voice is finished. It's quiet in here again. Peaceful. Rune in front of you. An elven woman sits at her desk. She sees you.
Alamara?
Stands up. Tell me, yes. Nice to meet you. I'm very
Pleasure.
busy. Have you seen the
Oh, well aware.
sculptor?
I have not. No. We're passing through, and we had heard that you'd been hurt. Is everything all right?
She looks at the crystals. Suddenly, that loop, you feel like it's broken. She walks over to Aghi. Aghi, what do you do as she approaches you? Striding over towards you.
Oh shoot, because last time she attacked everyone. Yeah, Augie's just gonna try and punch her.
Rune will do his
Yeah.
best to hold up his hand.
Can
Don't.
Like,
Sailix
stop!
can Sailix move to like intercept? As
Don't.
like he sees her
She
hand
doesn't
wheel back.
speak Elven. She has no clue.
Yeah, she has been a part of none of this.
Yeah. Unless
Salix,
any of you guys.
no, Vesper and Salix, make a reflex save. Unless Rune, do you have a spell that works as a reaction here? It's quick.
Not a reaction, no.
Does
No, not a
19
reaction.
do for it, baby?
Right.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
When it counts.
You've got a whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fist suddenly, Aghi.
Yeah, just let's see where this goes. It'll be it's okay. But right now she's not immediately hostile.
Then maybe you should tell me what the fuck she's saying.
She's not saying anything yet, is the problem.
She's sort of stuck in a loop, kind of, but I guess we'll find out now.
Oh, good to know.
She speaks directly at Aghi, as if to think that she understands what she's saying. You freed me.
Sailix
Aggie just looks
translates.
around.
She says, "You're ugly."
She says you freed her.
Vesper just like jabs him in the shoulder.
You like have to like keep
Yeah.
your grip on your whip. It's like,
Yeah.
like pulling against it.
Yeah, she's just like
Parent of the Year award right there.
The Uruxi on the other side, they wanted in. I was instructed not to let them in. They conspired, corrupted one of the crystals. And suddenly I was stuck in here. I can't tell how long, but they broke me.
Rune will translate.
Well, that sounds pretty.
I'm free now.
How do these crystals work?
this thing, and she gesture at Salix's face.
Gives a warm smile. And moves to Sailix to trace her fingers down his cheek, where these small emeralds dot, up from the temple all the way down to the underside of his jaw. He'll help you now. I must rest. You'll find her, Crystal Keeper. And she fades.
Hill, is she talking about me?
That's what she says to you.
He'll help you now. Hill.
I'm guessing we're going through this other portal.
Sounds like it. Do we need to leave like a note or anything for Drakta and Modica?
We'll be back.
They wouldn't have a way in here.
Well, onward then.
What's a crystal
shambling
keep?
over the pile of gems.
Sailix looks back to Rune when he says, "What's a crystal keeper?" and he's like, "Add it to the list of names."
Followers of Euro would they specialized in these sorts of magics with crystals and runes. I had come across it some time ago, but I'd never seen it in use. For what it's worth, Salix recognizes the look in Rune's eye.
Just shakes that son of a bitch. Like one thing at a time. Fucking crazy ass wizard.
And the place is calm now. It doesn't have that eerie haunt to it any longer. The bones actually turned to dust. They're just that old. Sailix, yeah, as you approach, the other side of that gate does open.
As he's walking through, he's just kind of like, it's kind of weird being a living key and all that good stuff. He makes sure everybody goes through. He doesn't leave anybody behind. Not trying to
Rune
come.
will give one last obsessive search for anything noting a crystal keeper on their from the elves' notes.
Aghi, just pull a rune through this
Yeah,
portal.
so from the notes, yeah, in the moments that you have, you can't find anything. You imagine if you had time to actually search these library, or at least just the row of bookshelves, you would be able to find something, but you don't know the grace period for getting through the portal. And as soon as it starts to make a strange noise, I take it you cut your losses and head out.
Frustratingly so, yes, he does.
Yeah. Well, tell me, do you guys see the map?
Yep. It's so pretty.
A cavern. It's dotted with the same sorts of gems. Rainbows, multicolored, and just massive. Crystalline walls. It's 60 feet wide, and it arches up. There's a glittering roof. Some of it radiating light. The ceilings, the walls, and the floor, they sparkle. Crystals of all sorts of sizes. And there are tunnels leading in several directions. What do you guys do?
Sailix will look to Rune and be like, well, where do you want to go?
You want me to like scout ahead?
Yeah.
Are there like
Here,
any tracks? I don't know what kind of ground this is. It's like dust or rock.
Yeah, you can make a survival check.
Okay.
It's a mix, mostly rock. You're in a cavern. A natural one, too.
So, Ian, I guess, first I'd like a perception check to see if I see or hear anything like interesting down each of the tunnel, like near each of the entrances to the tunnels to see like which to go down first.
For what it's worth, as the Vesperans heading down, he calls out, "Do you mind taking Marikai with you?
Can he be sneaky?
They'll just ride on your shoulder."
All right, up aboard.
As the raven with the purple sheen to it flies over and rests on your shoulder.
And
Hello, Vesperin. How are you?
I'm all right, bird. How are you today?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Are you a bit comfy?
Are we just gonna stand here?
All right, Ian, what do my elven eyes see and or hear?
The southernmost chamber leads to a dead end,
Mhm.
as far as you can tell. And then to ahead, you hear more of that. Just echoes
Okay.
moving about. Maybe far away there might be something, and you're only getting the lightest hum from it. The sound of a cascading small rocks
Okay.
off in the distance. Caving noises.
Rune will
Then
be sharing his senses with Mirakai. So Rune sort of sits on the ground, for what this is worth anyway, and goes into pure meditative trance because he cannot see or hear anything else while connected to Mirakai.
I guess Vespa will make herself invisible and move stealthily down, I guess, this middle one.
All right, yeah. Let's do a stealth check
Sure.
for that. Aghi and Sailix, what do you do here?
Sailix is checking out the crystals, just kind of poking
Yeah.
about.
I am Secret Agent Metal Gear. And obviously keeping eyes, ears, and all senses open for fucking traps, because, you know, rogue's gonna rogue.
Yeah. Aghi, what about you? You notice Rune in this strange state. Meditative, he's sitting near the gate.
Yeah, Aghi sort of tilts her head and looks at him for a moment. Doesn't seem like he's gonna harm anything. So yeah, she's sort of poking around, looking for signs that anything passed through here.
Mm. You do see something. Looks like a long, long time ago. Maybe there was a camp here. Something carved into the stone. Just south. Towards a cluster of crystals. That's where Sailix was headed to inspect them.
Yeah, she'll crouch down and try and get a closer look. Point it out to Sailix.
Careful now. You don't want crystals growing out of your face.
Sounds like there's only going to be one crystal keeper. What the hell did they call you?
I hope it wasn't me. I have enough jobs already. None
Stop
of
sleeping in
them.
other people's beds.
Well, gotta make a living somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really see anything. It just looks like people would camp out here. But there's no evidence of that other than the actual carving in the stone itself. It looks like maybe there was a platform here once upon a time. Back when this gate actually meant something.
Is it legible?
Fall into time. No, it's just, I mean, there's nothing here. Anything that was here, it's to the order of thousands of years, so it would have just turned to dust by now.
Okay.
But this is just a small part of this cavern that looks like it was carved to some sort of orderly shaped. And Sailix, these crystals, they glow as you approach, but you can't tell if that's normal for magical crystals or if this has anything to do with you.
He's kind of like pats out Aghi on the shoulder. He's like, "This is exactly how I want to spend my Tuesday."
Vesperin, you have dark vision?
I don't know.
Mirakai?
I do
you
with
have dark-
Mirakai.
I
Yeah.
have low light vision.
You can't make it out. Mirakai, you see something rolling about in the cavern, the tunnel you didn't take.
Okay.
There's a little intersection. In the corner of your eye, you saw something slithering.
Stop, my dear. Don't
moving
move.
about in the-
She
You
does
hear this
it.
in.
Yeah.
You hear this in your head, by the way.
Okay. Like, she does not ask questions. She just does exactly that.
There's something slithering about here. Watch your step.
Okay. So she's going to be even more careful.
Mm. You round the corner, you come across another opening. There are more crystals here. Again, it's a natural cavern. Do you approach any of them? What do you do?
I guess so. I mean, again, like, she's trying, like, as far as I can tell, there's nothing in here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can make a perception check for the crystals themselves, but
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, nothing in here.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at some crystals.
As you approach, yeah, there is one very nearby. Yellow, and as you approach, it starts to pulse a little bit, then suddenly glow. And then it lets out something like a ringing, as if it were an alarm. Suddenly, the ground begins to shake and rumble, and breaking through in the center,
Oh no.
a massive worm. It didn't see you, but it knows the crystals, and it knows the games that it likes to play. So it's looking in your direction. The rest of you hear this, especially if Vesperin screams. But
She
I'm
is
gonna roll
not.
initiative.
Hey, she is invisible. She is not screaming.
Okay, so that is wise.
Yeah.
Rune,
Like,
What
she's
did,
screaming like low in her head.
Yep.
What did Mirakai see?
You saw this worm emerge
Oh,
in the
purple
center
worm.
here. Yeah.
That's not even kind of good.
Come
Rune
to.
immediately wakes up.
Yep. Well, you're top of initiative, so
Where are he? Calls out to Sailix and Aghi. Vesperin's in trouble
they're about 30 feet from you.
and casts haste on all three of us.
I like that.
Gives everyone an extra stride action, or an extra action they can use for stride or attacking.
Ooh, okay, how long does that last?
Long enough.
Okay, all right.
But
all right.
I will get you specifics.
All right, no, that's fine. Vesperin.
Okay.
It's headed towards that crystal, but it does not see you. It likely sees Marakai, though. That
I am.
the Corvid can make a stealth check, though.
For the next 10 rounds.
Oh yeah, that's plenty.
I would like to stealthily move, like here or something.
Yeah. You're still invisible. You haven't interacted with anything.
Yeah.
You're in a great spot right now.
Quick correction.
Oh, actually, can I just use assurance, or do I get the feeling that it's super?
No, you don't need to
predator-
make another stealth check. Invisible
cool.
plus your original, yeah. Doesn't need to change.
And then is it possible to use put my mark on him with the rest of my actions while I wait for everybody and camp out of the way and invisible?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
yep,
cool,
100% the function there.
sweet.
Correction on the haste. At the level I cast that, it only affects one creature. So it's going to Sailix.
Oh, one that can shed blood, right? Oh, but Aghi.
As I said, you get an extra action. You have the quicken condition, granting you an extra stride and attack action every round for the next 10 rounds.
All right, cool.
Aghi, what do you do?
Can I use my sudden charge? Stride twice.
Yeah.
If I'm in, let's see here. I'm gonna measure this.
Does sudden charge require that you end the charge adjacent to a creature?
If I, let's see here. No, only if I'm in my movement
Oh.
within melee range,
Okay, yeah.
then I get that strike.
Yep, that you can do. You can also just stride 3 times.
Yeah,
If you would like.
I'm just trying to get to Vesperin as fast as possible.
Okay, speed 30. I'll do that for you. 5, 15, 20. 30. You don't know where Vesperin is, but
No.
you end up accidentally adjacent to her. You do see this worm, however, and you have made no effort to be stealthy, and this worm does
Nope.
seem like it sees you too.
This is Aghi just full on charging, sprinting down where she knows.
I got this! I don't have a weapon
Vesperin wins.
in! Oh
You
no!
boy Jenkins.
Attack it.
It lunges towards you, Aghi,
Bring it.
breaking a hole in the stone. It tends to, it looks like it can eat the cavern as fast as it can move through air itself. So it sort of just bounces around and weaves in and then makes a bite at you. So it got a nat 1,
Does it break a tooth?
but it still hits,
Damn it.
losing a degree of failure. Aghi, you're grabbed by this thing. Sailix, it's your turn.
I love it.
And he's
All
hastened.
right.
Aghi runs in and gets grabbed by the worm.
You can end up adjacent to Aghi because you guys had just about the same movement, and then you have an extra action left because of
Right.
haste.
So Jason to Aghi.
Yep. And because even though the animal is here, it is grabbed Aghi, so you can hit the animal.
All right. I'm gonna do that. Here we go. Oh, that's damage. Hold on. Oof.
Hmm.
He's not listed on the combat tracker, by the way.
Oh, gotcha. I just gotta make it visible. All right, and I think
Did you
that
get your
brings
extra
us-
attack or movement?
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 actions
I
do
was
it to
able
you.
to attack him after moving fully to get to catch up, pretty much.
Rune.
So Rune has dark vision. However, I think it is. Oh, they're no longer limited to distance. That's fantastic. So can he see this creature?
You've got a really strange line of sight from there, but yes. It's really shaky and there's a lot going on, but yes, you can see it.
All right.
You see the red on its underbelly.
Do I know what it is?
It looks like a worm,
Well,
but a bit bigger than a worm that you recognize from a garden. Yes.
that's totally fair. Would a nature check
Let's
give
do
me
nature.
any? All right.
Yep.
Let's do that real quick. Did a tower roll.
All right. 27. You know it's an animal. It's not a supernatural beast necessarily. Some sort of cave worm.
All right.
But you know the thing's a great threat.
let's see here. Well, that's a ways away. All right, we're gonna have to move closer.
You spending the rest on movements?
No, shouldn't have
Okay.
to. Oh.
Need room back?
I was gonna say he just ran off on me. That's not gonna work. Okay.
He is closer. He's objectively closer. He is more like here, because he has Aghi.
No, it's more about the people in the way, because I was gonna throw a lightning bolt, but that would affect my own party.
Yep.
But this is just fine. So we're going to do this one. Oh, dirty bastard. So
Excellent
from
damage.
behind everyone, there is a bright orange flash as across or above everyone's heads, they just see this little pea-sized light just hurl over, hit the worm, and explode in a burst of fire.
That hurt me.
And from behind you, did I get it?
A little to the left.
Got it.
Vesperin.
So I'm stealthy. I would like to move behind it so I can give them flanking.
Okay.
So like here, right? Do I need to roll to prevent an attack, or is that fine?
No, it does not see you, so it will not make that attack of opportunity.
All right, cool. I'm gonna stab it in the back. So attack. Yes.
That's a hit. Ooh.
It's about damn time.
All right.
Fucking right.
Hit something else other than air.
God damn it. I hit a couple of things. Okay. I did hit the ghost. She got very upset about that. So bleed. Oh, oops. Plus Balgora's damage. Plus sneak attack. Oh, and it's my mark. So then I also get what else?
Are you holding Balgora right now?
Yes.
Let go. Make him bleed.
Working on it. And then I get backstabber. So is Balgora a +3 or +1?
+1.
Okay. Then he also gets 1 extra damage. And and it's not a critical, right?
Nope.
Okay. Then that should be all of that. So I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Yep.
And that sucked. Oh boy.
Mm.
Ugh. Well, whatever. And
Invisibility fades.
Yeah.
From your attack. Balgora is trying you once again. It's been a while since he's been like this. He's asking permission.
You can't do it. You need me.
you. We'll get there.
Aghi, you're grabbed by this thing. Caught in its teeth. And it's trying to pull you up.
Can Augie reach into her pouch?
Yep.
Yeah, so she will like reach into her pouch. She has bottled lightning. She shove it in his throat. I got a bomb.
Yeah, so you're pulled up by the feet where you've been grabbed. You've been grabbed at the legs, and that pouch just sort of falls. So now that you're shambling to grab it, yeah, you grab that bottled lightning. But I'm gonna need I need a check to cover you attempting to aim this and throw it.
Does she have to throw it? Can she like just do like she's dangling by her feet, so just like a sit up and just like get it closer because she
Ooh,
doesn't
really
wanna
wedge it
miss.
in there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Or she could do hanging sit-ups.
Yeah.
I
She's
mean,
got like
do you
mad
s-
core control.
Do you
I
see
know.
her father? Like, he would have had her done that like every day, 5 years straight.
God, for real. This
You
little
hang from this
12-year-old
tree.
with a six-pack.
So,
Let me get back to my items.
yeah, actually, just describe what happens here. It'll work.
Yeah. So it's 2d6 electric damage and then
All
2
right.
electric splash damage. Yeah, so she is just caught up by her feet dangling from this thing. Fumbles trying to get into her pouch because she has literally no weapons on her, and just when she finally gets that bottle, just swings herself up and just like jams it into his mouth, like just trying to get as far down his throat as she can.
Yep. Eventually, he thinks that he's winning this fight, and he tries to feed. You see like strings of viscous saliva. It's ready to try to swallow you whole. And with that, its throat opens up. The bottle of lightning falls through, and then you can see the contraction of the muscles on the inside. It goes to crack, thinking it's got its prey, and then unleashes the bottle of lightning. For a flash, you see through it as the stomach just kind of bumps a bit, and he starts screaming. Saliva and now blood pouring out of this worm's mouth, but it hasn't let go of you. You have one action left. What do? You can try to escape if you like. The inward pointing teeth make it difficult, though.
Yeah. Ugh, can she just swing up again and punch it in the tooth? She does.
Yes,
She's
you
trying to
may.
break the tooth that is holding her. Just getting some exercise right here, guys. Don't
Hey,
worry.
tooth pain hurts anything.
That's a hit.
Does. Yeah. Yeah, she just swings up again, shattering
Awesome.
this tooth.
I've got your damage. Teeth start flying. But you
Fucking
haven't tried to
food.
remove yourself. And now suddenly bits just keep latching on to pull you in further. I need a fortitude save from you.
Let's see here. I think I have a feat with that. 42. Fine. There.
Okay. You feel its bite injecting something into your skin. Your fortitude, you did really well. But the jaw itself is overwhelming.
A lot of dice.
God damn.
That's a lot of dice.
It starts to move. Sailix, you do get an attack of opportunity, but it moves away. Try to flee with its prey.
All right. Well, attack of opportunity. Do.
Yeah, do I also get an attack of opportunity, or only if there's a feat?
Yeah, it's based on the feat.
Okay.
Would I be able to use Embrace the Pain then?
What is that for?
So ignoring your pain, you reach out and grab the creature that caused you harm and attempt an athletics check to grapple it.
Yes. Interesting to be grabbing something that is grappling you, but it theoretically would work. It would be more about getting its jaw within your grip, so that way you're more in control of what's happening here, and maybe not getting swallowed.
Yeah.
So make an athletics check.
She's trying to leverage herself so she's not gonna go down.
That's good. That's a lot of pain to embrace. I'm proud of you.
Athletics?
Yep.
Alright, okay. Ugh.
You're struggling, but with every movement, you move closer and closer to his throat.
Alright. Yeah, she's flailing a little. That's all I got.
It takes that opportunity to bite at you again, Aghi.
Ouch.
Ah!
Ouch. Yeah, I mean, Augie's been embracing the pain, but at this point, she's probably screams out.
I bet you do. 71 points of damage. You're starting to break under this thing's jaw. Sailix, it's your turn.
Because this puts like me as like a weird predicament with Sailix.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Do it.
This wouldn't be the time to lose Aghi.
Yeah, so Sailix kind of comes like rushing around the corner.
Yep.
Vespern would probably realize that like that look in his eye is like he's fucking completely out of his mind at this point. Leviathan in his hand, the blade is black, and it's just kind of dripping onto the ground as he kind of throws out a slash towards the monster in a horizontal arc towards the ground with Shadow Blast. Oh, it failed?
It failed to save.
Ooh. Let's see. Alright, that. And then damage.
So 25 points of damage for the 6d8 on the Shadow Blast focus spell. Because it is 6d8. But we'll just take half. For expediency's sake, it's quite hurt.
And then he'll follow it up with another, because he still has haste, he'll follow it up with
Right.
double slice.
Excellent. Powering through, that is a hit. That's a hit as well.
Alright.
All right. If you're cutting away at it, you see coming out of the stone, out of the rock, it's a stinger on the far side. You have no idea how long this thing is because it's sort of just poking out in the cavern, but you found the tail end of it, and it's quite mad. Rune, it's your turn.
Rune will stamp his staff on the ground. No one's here to see it, but this ring of black raven feathers opens up as he dimension doors. See the creature. And
Yeah.
with his one action left, he will specifically instruct his faithful familiar, Corvus, to cast a spell, because Corvus now has the ability to cast a spell. A very simple spell, but it'll be a 2-action magic missile.
Perfect.
Guaranteed to hit. And it will do a total of... It was just 2d4 plus 2. Nothing fancy.
All right. Vesperin.
Okay, so it still is Aghi in its mouth, right?
Aghi is, she hasn't gone limp yet, but
Yeah.
there has been crunching.
Okay.
Algora still pulsates.
She's going to move behind it. Let me know if I need to roll anything or not. And I'm gonna try to hit with my whip first. Do I get a bonus for flanking or no?
You do from there. Yep. because it's
Okay,
Aghi.
so it's 2?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. Fucking hell. All right. I'm gonna try one more time because if I can get this to work, then I'll let her go. Maybe. Nope. Maybe it's just this fucking thing. Like, I just
Change
need
your
to.
dice color.
Yeah, I just need. I'll change it right now.
New
but-
dice, new dice.
New dice.
This
Yeah.
happened with Balgora in the dream realm, didn't it? You were fighting Manoth. You couldn't get a blow in, and he begged. He just needed your permission.
Stop being weak and let me go. You are not suited for this.
Aghi.
Yeah.
You've been on death's door before. I can
Yeah.
think of one particular time. It wasn't like this though. That was a very different situation. In a tent, but yeah, you feel like you've got maybe a few seconds.
Yeah, just with her remaining strength, she's again just going to try and swing up to like break this thing's teeth to like get it to let go of her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she can go into a rage right now. If you aren't fatigued or raging. Yeah, can she go into
Yeah.
a rage?
I believe you can.
Yeah, so she just like lets out this roar and is trying to bash this thing's teeth in to let her go.
Mm.
On the plus
But-
side, you get some more hit points.
Right.
Yeah,
get
that was my
intense
plan.
Smart. How many more hit points does that give you?
I think it's just
Your level?
your level. Yeah.
No,
Let's see.
that's useful.
It's a little bit more.
That's a good margin.
Deal 2
Um,
additional damage with unarmed attacks. -1 penalty to AC. Can't concentrate. But then I'll lose the temporary hit points after I'm done raging.
The punch is a miss. I don't know what it takes to go into a rage, but how many actions do you have left?
Let's see. I don't think it takes the action. Yeah, it's just a concentration. Maybe she isn't able to. So yeah,
I think it's
probably
just one action to go into rage, and
Yeah.
you still have 2
Yeah.
actions left.
Oh. Yeah, her strength is just failing her.
Yeah, you see
Trying
the
to get
arms
up to
actually,
it.
instead of failing, they actually just fall back. with another crack. It's like the pop of a spine.
Yeah. Can she see Sailix? He's just right over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just see her, like she was attempting to punch this thing, get out, and slightly losing hope. And she just like looks over, and you just sort of see her mouth Sailix. She just kind of like falls back, dangling.
Oh no.
No.
Yep. that's
Aghi,
much-
make a fortitude save for me.
I'm just gonna say bad Tuesday.
Right, it's the worst Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah. You can't die on my birthday. I won't allow that.
Okay, I can make it sad.
No.
I can make it sad. It's sad. We're sad.
Yeah, we're already sad.
I'm gonna need a chat to give Aghi some hero points.
Yeah, you passed the save. But it moves again. It knows what it wants, and it just wants to consume its prey. It's not worried about putting up a fight. Looking around though, it lets out a gasp and then makes a strike. Vesperin and Sailix both. A thrashing movement with a stinger.
Fuck.
Damn.
Fortitude save from Vesperin.
Ugh.
Oh, good save. And then for Sailix, make a fortitude save as well. And it moves yet again. That does provoke.
Another attack. Oof, missed. But it's my turn.
Sailix, yeah, it's your turn. What do you do?
He's out of his mind right now.
I'll bet.
Gonna use double slice. Oh, that's the character sheet. I'm going to hero point that.
You may.
You hear Aghi cry, brother, and orc.
Killing me. All right, I'm doing
Echoes down the cavern.
doing my best here. Oh my god.
Yes.
Fuck you, worm.
Fuck yes.
Fuck you.
Ooh! Roll that damage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
And then with this last two actions, he's gonna.
An action left?
Yeah, he does. Not enough though. Fuck. Sailix is trying so hard. He is literally sweating. Fucking covered in crystals.
You see that horn, ruby colored. It glows just a bit on Sailix's head. It looks like it's grown a bit, but not much. Still a little thing. but he's absolutely losing his fucking mind right now. So what do you do?
Rune pulls the staff in and begins chanting in a familiar arcane tone. The ground around him seems to shift and shake as anything alive, any fungus or whatever, just sort of disintegrates away. As he lowers his staff toward the creature. And we'll see how well this goes before I RP out the rest of this.
It succeeds the save.
Still takes half damage.
All right.
Yes!
As he lowers the staff down, as a beam of black energy pierces to the center of the worm, as he goes, "We'll have none of that now, you disgusting creature. She belongs to me." As a beam crushes into the creature, just disintegrating its skin, boring through its gut, and just slowly tearing away and deconstructing the creature from the inside out.
All that's left then is Aghi.
Can Sailix
motionless
run over
floor.
to her?
Yeah.
And is trying to make her choke down a potion. Literally just like head up on his lap, trying to force this potion down her throat.
From the distance, a familiar thwomp is felt, and Aghi feels very calm. Whatever memories or thoughts are going through her head are kind places that she felt at peace. As Soothe is cast upon her. Oh, not the purple worm. Fuck the purple worm.
Yeah.
I mean, she's already where she feels at peace now.
Oh.
Ow!
Yeah. Vespa would have run over there immediately too. I just got stuck
Yep.
in the worm and can't move
Oh,
my token anymore. There we go.
Damn worm.
Yeah. Like, I feel like while Sailix is doing that, like, she's just like, you know, like holding her head in her lap or something like that. Just like trying to be reassuring.
It's like, I'm fine.
Her eyes
With,
open.
like this trembling hand.
Yeah, Aghi, you vomit half that potion right out. Looking around, she's been torn apart by this thing. However, when you look, something's off about her.
About Aghi?
Yeah. You've seen her cut up before. I mean, it's normal. She's got a lot of blood to bleed, but she hasn't spilled a drop. There are wounds. I mean, there are gashes, openings, but the skin refuses to concede it. Even her face, where there are scratches from just meeting the stone because of the death of this thing. No blood.
That's a bit weird.
She coughs. What's happening?
Wizard!
Rune comes walking over. Is everything all right? How's she doing?
Well, she's not dying.
But people are supposed to bleed when they get cut up, yeah?
Medicine check on her.
Yeah, I mean, the wounds, they all check out, but you wouldn't see this kind of thing happen to anybody that wasn't drained of their own blood. It's magical.
Arcane check.
Yeah.
We'll guidance ourselves on that one.
Hmm. Do you know Kelishite?
Helishite.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very specific dialect. No.
Hmm. You have a way
I
to
can comprehend language, though.
You could try that.
All right, we'll try that.
The inscription on her glove, there's symbolism for Sarenrae and Gosrae. That's obvious, but the words, she might have misinterpreted them as just symbols along the wrist of the glove. Not one drop of blood is what it says.
All right, the crafter monocle eyepiece is coming in. He's now inspecting these gloves. Are they your typical magic item, or are they something else?
It's a typical magic item. It's a bit strange. It operates like a curse pattern, but not against the wearer. Like a pact of sorts. She's still hurt on death's door, and maybe it means nothing, but from the wound she doesn't bleed. Though you know there would be blood in her. With your medicine check, you'd understand. It's not that she's without blood; otherwise she would be pale as a corpse.
Are the gloves taking her blood?
They're not.
Rune, looking a bit confused. I think the gloves are doing something, but I'm just not sure what. It'll take some time to figure it out.
Well, are they Etna or?
No, they're just they're not letting her bleed. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but
Well,
I mean, she's still hurt. Don't get me wrong.
aye. But if she's not bleeding out, then they're obviously helping her not die. So let's leave them on. All right.
I would recommend we don't go any further into these caves.
Well, do we notice that the horn on Sailix's head has gotten bigger?
Yeah, it's a bit larger.
Okay.
Ever so slightly. Maybe only an inch. It's a small thing. Okay.
Sailix will, like, without even saying anything, he'll just pick Aghi up and he'll step through the shadows back towards the gate before saying, I'll see you at the gate. And then just disappearing.
Rune will grab or touch the Vesprin and do the exact same thing to the gate.
We need to get that horn figured out.
I just look down. It's like, oh, it's not an issue. I've had 183 years with this pretty face. I'll be okay managing for some horns and scales.
Gives his face a bit of character.
Make a perception check.
Me?
Aghi and Vesprin.
Okay.
Yeah, these lavender dice.
Now,
though.
I could be wrong, but it seems like only yesterday, Sailix said he was 182 years old. Vesperin, you noticed that? Because
Oh.
here's the thing about Sailix is he's very proud of his age. He
Yeah.
mentions it all the time.
All the time.
Suddenly, though, 182, which you hear 10 times every fortnight, is 183. Nevertheless, you're at the way station now. And it does open for Sailix.
Sailix. Is it your birthday?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Fuck. Happy birthday.
Hi.
And he'll just kind of walk through the gate.
Fucker.
Rune, do you do anything before you return?
No, he'll follow.
All right. I mean, it's been here for 10,000 years or so. It'll be here when you get back, right? When you return, I'll set his rings as you left it. You weren't gone that long, all things considered.
Point of note, however, Rune does grab every book and note in the way station on the way through.
Yeah, but I say like Sailix would help pull
Yeah.
out some of them books.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Vespa would just gesture that you should get Aghi, or like Aghi should get through so she can rest somewhere nice, and she'd help Rune out.
When you return, I'll set his ring. It doesn't take long before you hear boots walking in the floor above. Not up in the courtyard, but in the room where Rune spoke with Amir Lang.
Sailix is gonna set Aghi down and he's like, I'll be right back. I have to check this out.
You need to go back and get that checked out.
As he's walking away, he's like, I hear no more of it.
Rune will send Corvus with Sailix.
I feel like Vesperin is just like tearing up bandages so Aghi can like patch herself back up together and just like silently like muttering all these curses about Sailix. That motherfucker goes and fucks off with just dumb bullshit, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Aghi. He's just full of shit.
Can Aghi like use battle medicine to try and wrap up her wounds?
Yeah.
You have your gloves.
Yeah.
And you do notice more inscriptions on them in Kellershite. The symbolism, it's different. Or maybe you're only just noticing it now that Rune pointed it out. But they feel softer on the inside. You get the sense that you know when the gloves are ready to be used again. And they have that latent energy once more.
Yeah, can she just kind of like cover her face with her hands and try and use them?
Yeah. Something new. Warm light, what feels like sunlight, pours out where the wrists meet the sleeve. It gives you a small sunburn. It's strong. It's an intense sensation, and it burns a little bit, but your face is rejuvenated. Whatever poison was coursing through your veins, it's eased. You feel like your system's been restored from whatever that thing was trying to get you with.
Rune kneels down. Those are just no regular gloves, that's for sure. He slides over a potion in case you need some more. It's a moderate
You can
healing.
attempt to identify that if you would like.
Yes. Religion?
Yeah. Crafting might also work, but
Oh, crafting it is.
he said, I heard crafting. I'm doing a crafting. Vesperin, do you go up? You could say that.
I feel like if Aghi looks like she's doing better and okay, then she would go up. But if she still looks like she's unsteady and like not, uh like just kind of in that position, then she would stay and like, help her. So I guess Sam, how does Aghi look right now?
Ian, how does Augie look right now?
Did you drink the potion
Better.
that Rune gave you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
better. You're stable. You're on the
Awesome.
road to recovery. I mean, you're not bleeding. There isn't a single drop of blood on you.
Okay. So yeah, then she just kind of look at Aghi and Rune and, give Rune a gesture of like take care of her. And she'd just be like, all right, time to see what trouble he's gotten himself into. And she'd just sprint up after Sailix. If I can use my wall jump to make it easier and faster to climb upstairs, then that's what I'm totally doing.
You beat Sailix. You're trying to beat Sailix to where he's going.
I'm at least trying to catch up.
You catch
And
up.
Corvus was with him.
Okay.
Corvus. Sailix. Yeah, you just hear footsteps. Somebody walking around. They're in the room that Rune uses often. Up on the floor, just below the courtyard. And you just hear the sound on the other side of the door, just somebody searching through papers. Desk drawer opening and shutting. What do you do?
Oh, he walks in. He's not trying to be
It's
sketchy.
it's your son. He looks up at you. There he is. Happy birthday, Sailix. Let's talk about things. That's where we're going to end off tonight, guys. Oh, it's quiet.
All right, then.
I
It's
hate
quiet,
you.
quiet. All right. Well, this has been episode 37 of Pathfinder: Age of Ashes. I like to leave on a little cliffhanger there, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, we're picking up right here next week. This was sort of my like little dungeon delve experience for people. I'm glad nobody died. Let's do our character outros, and then you guys are going to be out well before midnight. But Aghi, why don't you start?
Hey guys, I'm Sam. I played Augie, the half-orc barbarian tonight, and I am very mad right now. And that's
Mr. Smith.
Oh, I'm Mr. Smith. I played Rune Ravenswood, and I am fucking confused.
Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I played the Vesperin, the Sea Elf Rogue, who has a plethora of emotions that she's currently ignoring because there are still problems that need to be solved. So I also run a really awesome website called savagebrow.com during this weekend until like tomorrow night. If you enter code EatTrash20, you can save up to 20% on all your awesomely nerdy apparel and accessories. So give that a check out.
Last but not least, because I had to save it because of the weird plot twist, Daniel.
Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I have crystals growing out of my face.
Yep.
I have a half bled to death child in the basement and a full-grown son that is now right in front of me.
Yep.
Sailix is
that
having
tracks.
a day.
He sure is.
It isn't even noon yet.
Right, and happy birthday to both Sailix and Jen.
Yeah.
It's been a great
Look at
game.
that.
So
Yeah, if you like what you saw, this is Fantasy Grounds Unity. Highly recommend it. Go to fantasygrounds.com to check it out. The music we're listening to is Rock Narden. The ambient tracks that we've been playing in between the songs is Michael Gelfi. Their links are in the show notes. But follow us or subscribe and see what we do next week for episode 38. It's going to be even more intense. But that's all I've got, guys. Good night.